So I'm joined by Robbie Blake after watching the Rooks come back to equalise quite late against Haringey. 3-3, Robbie. It's just one of them games again, isn't it, where defensive mistakes cost us?
Yeah. Unfortunately, it keeps happening, and eventually, you have to do something about it. And it is what it is. We've come under no pressure in the game, and we've conceded 3. I'm not saying we've created enough chances to win the game, but when you come under no pressure in the game and concede 3 goals, certainly for when you concede a goal from our corner and 2 players don't react when the ball bounces 10 yards away from them, just tells you everything you need to know, really, genuinely. And it's not good enough. It's very disappointing. But what you will say is, as a group of players, to keep digging in and keep coming back every single time, not just 1 time but 3 times, shows a bit of resilience, a bit of credit to them. But we must do better. Defensively, we must do better. We give goals away from situations that are absolutely mind-blowing on a football field. So I think they had one of the supporters say we needed defensive coaching. I just said, if you could bring Thomas Tuchel in, I think you'd still be baffled by conceding goals how we do. So it's frustrating. I understand the frustration of the supporters on it, but we've got to do better, and we know we've got to do better.
Well, Robbie, I would say about Thomas Tuchel, but if you see Chelsea's defending earlier, mate, I don't think you would get him in.
Well, exactly. So it just sums it up. But it's just frustrating. It's disappointing, because if you get beat fair and square, you get beat by a brilliant goal, you hold your hands up and say, "What a goal from the kid," or whatever. But when we concede goals like we do, it is embarrassing. It is embarrassing because, like I say, no disrespect to Haringey. I'm not saying it in a disrespectful way to them, but we haven't come under pressure in the game unless you tell me differently. They haven't had 10, 15 minutes of sustained pressure.
No.
Every time, in first half, we got the mistake for the goal, and we got the Jake Flanagan in the bottom right hand corner who waits for the ball to go out, doesn't go out, and then they end up having a chance from it. They're the only 2 real chances we had. First half, the ball goes over the top, and I think a couple of times the linesman's been poor decision making. I think the kid was offside, the 9. But yeah, we've come under no pressure, and we've conceded 3.
Well, Robbie, I counted 7 offsides in that game.
Yeah.
I know it is frustrating for the bench as well as it is for the fans.
Yeah.
7 offsides, it's a lot, isn't it, in a game where you think you should just be watching the line?
7 offsides in the first 30 minutes is a lot. In the context of 90 minutes might be a little bit different, but 7 offsides in a whole game is poor. To have 7 offsides in the first 30 minutes is not acceptable. And when we talk to the players, it's not like we don't talk to the players and tell them, if you're in a wide area and you're looking right along that line, you're in the best position possible because you can see everything in front of you. So there's no way you shouldn't be offside. That's it. That's as simple as that. And we tell the players, we tell them time and time again. But listen, it's just mind blowing, really.
Well, Robbie, on the plus side, as a striker yourself, that's the first time in a while I've seen Bogner actually follow up a second ball. We've scored 2 goals from that today, from the keeper spilling it out and we were first to react. Yeah. In other weeks we haven't.
No.
So you must be happy with the goals. Although they were sloppy, every goal counts as a striker.
Absolutely.
2 tap-ins, and it's not the Bogner way to score, but any goal's a goal. So
from a number
you must be pleased.
From a number 9's point of view, that's great. Then goals happening because that means he's anticipating and he's on the front foot. And Geordie for the first goal does well. Although Nathan gets the credit for the goal, Geordie does well in the first goal, and Nathan does great in the second goal because he's the first one to react. And we're pleased with that.
Yeah, well, going on to James Crane at the end, it just proves to show, doesn't it? He scored key goals in recent weeks, and what a header to get back into the game at 3-3. And Bogner did look like the team that was going to go on to win the game, but how is it important? Like I say, Craney, he's played every single game this season, and to have him on the pitch, scored the penalties at crucial times, to score that header today, fantastic. Yeah, no, absolutely. And when the ball's going in there, James will make an intelligent run and he'll get on the end of it, and we're lucky that he does, because he goes in there and he's got so much belief in his ability to score goals. And to be fair to him, he does score goals, and he goes in the places at the right time, and it's a great ball in from Calvin, and it's a great header. But and like I say, it's not a negative post-match interview, because I don't want to be. I'm just saying how it is, and the supporters deserve to know that. And
we've, as players though, they've dug in and they've gone to the end, and we've managed to nick something of a game. Like you say, we've come under no pressure in the game.
Yeah, well,
and I'm not saying that we've played particularly well in the game or we've deserved to win. What I'm saying is we've come under no pressure, but yet we've conceded goals.
We're just going on now to the referees. I can hear, the Haringey manager's fuming with him, saying he wants to look at the final 2 free kicks. He thought they wasn't. But overall, the referee, the linesmen, I think the senior linesman on this side, I think both linesmen didn't help the referee today. I think
they didn't help. Listen, at the end of the day, Pete, they've got a tough enough job as it is. I don't like having a go at referees because it sort of covers over your mistakes as a team, and it's sort of a deflection. I don't want to do it. And whether or not he was good, he wasn't very good, but he was poor for both teams. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
And
and it was just summed up with the way he blew the final whistle at the end. When Bogan had the frame, he just thought, sod this,
he knows he's made a mistake giving a free kick. It's never a free kick. And then he's thinking, oh God, they can put a ball in the box, and if they score from that, but it wouldn't have got to that because as soon as the ball was in flight, he'd have blown it.
100%. Well, going on to just a couple of things the fans have asked me. Yeah. Like I say, it's a fans club, and I know you're honest. Ashton, he's been brought off a few weeks now on that round about the hour mark for Charlie Bell. Yeah. Is he carrying a knock, or is it more tactical? Because as we know, he wasn't really in the game today, Ashton.
Well, so that tells you why he was come off.
But he wasn't in the game. So, but it's one that, was he thinking always of bringing off Ashton, or was he thinking of sometimes bringing off another player?
Yeah, no, I think we look to do that, and Jack certainly looks to do that. He made that decision to bring Charlie on. I thought Charlie done all right when he came on. So, is Ashton playing particularly well? Well, listen, apart from his goal he scored at Margate, he does some good things. But I think if you're on, Ashton's probably an honest kid. He probably thinks, as players, you always automatically think, oh, why is it me or whatever. But I think, the manager makes that decision. He's just got to get on with it. And like you say, it wasn't one of particularly Ashton's better games today. Well,
lastly, just going on to the injury front, have you heard any update on Joe Cook? He's probably had a well-deserved rest today. Any update on Joe?
Not really, because it's his thigh, so we just got to be patient with that and see how it comes along, and we'll go from there. Obviously, Joe Dandy was not done the warm-up today, but he's still not fully fit. So he might be a week. So,
and going on to a busy period, is there anyone possibly coming in just to help the squad? Or
we don't know yet. I mean, to be honest, I'm not the person to be asking that. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Jack's the person to be asking that, and we'll see what's presented on Tuesday, and we go again. What I would say is to the supporters, thanks very much for coming in to support the team. We've given you goals, but unfortunately we've given goals in the other end as well, so if we can cut that out, we're still in a decent position.
Yeah, it's a point on the road.
Yeah, we're still in a decent position, but what we have to do is we have to make sure we stop conceding these goals. And listen, it's not coaching, it's not a defensive coach, it's players making decisions when they're in total control of the football and making the wrong decisions. That's very difficult to coach, because as a player, when you're in possession of the ball, it's only your decision making that costs you. Whether for and against, positive or negative, it's only you when you've got the ball at your feet. And we concede goals when people have got so much time on the ball, and we end up conceding. So, it's frustrating.
Yeah, well, we're going on to Tuesday. Like it's a quick turnaround. Corinthian Casuals at home, finally getting played on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we'll let the players get home. You'll get home yourself. And nice home games coming up. How nice is that?
Yeah, no, it's nice. Listen, just games in general is good, isn't it? Well, nothing better than games, certainly at home as well, because we've done that much travelling. So in the last 2 weeks, that it's nice to get a little bit of a breather. And over obviously the Christmas festival period, we have obviously Worthing, Lewis, which are not very far away. We've got Enfield at home, we've got Corinthian Casuals at home.
Bexhill.
Yeah, Bexhill as well. So obviously the Bishop Stortford games now not on because they're an FA trophy. So yeah, we've got some good games to